Hi, my name is Elaine McMillion Sheldon, and I'm a filmmaker. My studio is out in the world, and my field work primarily takes place near where I grew up in Appalachia and across the South. I document contemporary culture and human stories of resilience, and also unearth archival that helps us learn from our past. As someone who was raised in the West Virginia coalfields, a landing ground for parachute journalists, I'm always looking for stories that explore the curiosities and nuances of people often overlooked by the mainstream media dropping in for one day to tell our story. My work does not shy away from contradictions or hard truths, but instead embraces the complexities of the human experience in our post industrial American landscape. My proudest moment is when I realized my work and name was referenced under the definition of unflinching in the online Webster's dictionary. With the help of Creative Capital, I'm entering a new stage of my creative practice as I shun the comfortable verite film form approach that I have adopted since 2010 and challenge myself to incorporate mythical elements. My latest feature, King Coal, thrusts me into the wilderness to pursue the narrative form in a new way. Weaving observations of contemporary coal culture with a magical realism tale of a mythical paradise, King Coal is a cinematic journey into our post-coal future. It brings to life the lost dream of Vandalia, a land that stands in contrast to the current reality of the Appalachian coalfields. For years, commissioning editors have hired me to tell stories about coal miners, but those stories have been about our tragedies: Black lung disease, environmental degradation, politics. This film is my opportunity to look beyond what is and dream of what can be. This film can really only be made by a filmmaker like myself, whose own brother and cousins still go into the coal mines daily. Appalachia is a region in a tailspin and trying to find its purpose and identity in our post-coal world. King Coal explores that tension through Violet, who travels from her home in the modern-day coal fields of Appalachia, to the post-coal future of Vandalia, and she transports there through magical goggles found deep in the forest. She attempts to be the bridge between these two worlds as King Coal's reign comes to the end. Since 2019, I've shot 25 documentary vignettes of coal culture occurring all across Appalachia. We've shot 14 days of test footage to explore and create the world of Vandalia. And I estimate that around 40% of the film has been shot. We continue to develop the idea of Violet and Vandalia and proceed to document coal-related culture, including a miners' memorial just yesterday. I've received support from the Sundance Institute, the Guggenheim Foundation, Tribeca, Field of Vision, Catapult, and more. And I'll continue to apply for additional grants, seek the support of 1 to 3 equity partners, and consider national and international co-production offers to help close our budget gap. I aim to premiere the film early 2023 at film festivals in North America and Europe, and use our festival premiere to bring the film to market and secure limited theatrical and broadcast deals. Community screenings will follow, targeting schools, universities, and colleges in locations impacted by extractive resource industries. And our impact campaign will have real-life action tied to existing environmental and economic grassroots campaigns that need support. Creative Capital's investment in King Coal is a really exciting endorsement in my new leap as an artist and an opportunity to express a wholly new side of my filmmaking career. As my career evolves, I want my work to live outside of browsers, televisions, and theaters, and move into galleries and public spaces, and to be expressed in nonlinear and immersive ways. Ultimately, I'm curious where you think my work can go. I'm looking for a production van, as I'm about to have my first child, and we can make it our home base during production in these remote locations all across Appalachia to capture the best moments at the best times. I'm looking for a publisher and illustrator that can help me bring to life the King Coal story through a children's book that serves as a draft and prototype for our children participants in the film so that they too can see the world in their nonfiction scenes. I'm interested in consulting with a screenwriter who does work around fairy tales and fantasies, maybe Margaret Atwood, Neil Gaiman, Guillermo del Toro. A mountain girl can dream. And as someone living in Knoxville, Tennessee, a non-geographic center for my industry, I'm committed to supporting filmmakers and filmmaking in the American South. It's a region that's grossly underrepresented in my industry. And if that's something you're passionate about too, we should talk, because the support from Creative Capital and you allows me to continue to stay where I am, where so few filmmakers are, to make work and contribute to the greater good. Thank you so much, and congrats to all the other artists for their inspiring work and presentations.